Well, joining me now in studio is Becki Foster, who heads up the STEM initiative for Oklahoma CareerTech. Well, first of all, tell us what STEM is and why it is so important.
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and STEM is very important as we look at the industry fields, nation and Oklahoma. Jobs are going unfilled because we don't have that talent pipeline. So Oklahoma we need to create that talent pipeline. The three that I'd like to kind of visit about today are pre-engineering, biomedical, and a program called Gateway to Technology, which is the middle school STEM piece that gets students 6th through 8th grade excited about science, math, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Yeah, and as we just saw in our previous piece on the engineering challenge, it seems like there's a real push to get people into this field younger and younger.
Correct. I think where we get kids excited is younger, and the Gateway to Technology program is designed for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. We actually have 23 programs throughout the state of Oklahoma. There's 6 units, and it's really just to catch those students early, get them excited about science and math. It's hands-on for those students. Actually, the first middle school I went to was Tulsa Carver. They're one of our first that implemented Gateway to Technology. And you think about middle school students, I'm not a middle school teacher and they kind of make me a little nervous, but you walk into a Gateway to Technology program and they are engaged, doing what they're told, and really excited about science and math.
Yeah, and speaking of engaged, a program that I'm always impressed with is the FIRST Robotics program.
Yes, FIRST Robotics, Oklahoma is very excited. We host a regional here in Oklahoma. It's usually mid-March, and it's a great activity, a great contest for students as it's not only team building, but they get to use their design skills, build skills, electronic skills, programming skills. It's great. The kickoff is in January at Oklahoma State University, and basically technology centers across the state and schools across the state form a team, and they kind of get a bag of parts, of robot parts. And they have about a 6-week build period, and they have to build the robot, and they bring it to the competition, and they usually have a game. Last year, I believe it was a soccer game. And we don't know what the game is. It will be released in January.
And you know, one thing that I think we can thread that brings all these together is all of them are pretty much application learning.
Correct, correct. For example, in our pre-engineering academy, they are application learning. Our academies consist of science courses, math courses, and pre-engineering courses. And they're not your typical lecture pre-engineering courses. You walk into a pre-engineering class, and they're doing hands-on activities. We use a software called Inventor, and they're designing parts or they're building parts. We have a capstone course in the engineering, and it's called Engineering Design and Development. And what those students do is they select a project of interest, and they actually go through the design and development phase. If you leave a jump drive in your computer, it'll flash and remind you that you've left your flash drive in your computer. They come up with some unique project that they're interested in, and some of our students even go through they kind of walk through the patent process. So they kind of get to design their own project.
And these are all programs that have been recognized nationally. I know you just returned from a conference in Washington, D.C.
Correct, correct. The National Project Lead the Way Summit was in October, late October, and actually took a team from Oklahoma down there. And during the conference, actually, Oklahoma received numerous awards. First of all, 2 Oklahoma schools were selected to attend the conference, expenses paid for students and teachers, and because of their model program. So they got to set up a student showcase down in D.C., and they also got to do some tours of the Capitol in Washington, D.C. They probably hand-selected 15 to 20 schools across the U.S., and so we were real privileged to have 2 of those. In addition, there were some awards down at the summit, and Oklahoma took 2 of those awards across the nation. One award was a student from Gordon Cooper by the name, his nickname was Data. And actually, it was for his asteroid anchoring project. He was actually a NASA Inspire intern. And so he kind of showcased and highlighted that project. And he received one of the student awards along with a $10,000 scholarship as well to the college of his choice. In addition, we also had a teacher team from our biomedical program receive an award Jackie Archer and Mike Farrell from Great Plains Technology Center in their biomedical program.
Well, certainly congratulations to all of them. And something I think is important to note is that these are classes and training that are essentially available around the state.
Correct. Currently in pre-engineering, we have 18 sites across the state. We have 15 technology centers and 3 comprehensive high schools serving over 1,100 students in pre-engineering. Biomedical, we have 10 technology centers and 2 comprehensive, serving around 500 students. Our gateway to technology, which is one of my favorites, is because the middle school piece is we are in 23 middle schools across the state and continuously looking to expand those as we progress in years. Actually, we did open our first pre-engineering site in southeast Oklahoma, and that was Kiamichi Technology Center at Ida Bell. So we were real excited about expanding in southeast Oklahoma.
Well, certainly important programs that are important not only to education, but also to our economy. Becki, thank you so much. Now, if you'd like to see more about any of these initiatives we just visited about, we do have more on our website. Just head to okhorizon.com and click on this week's Value Added.